Comedy bang bang, 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 comedy bang bang.
So thirsty I could drink an Arnold Palmer. So hungry I could eat like Dahmer. Welcome to Comedy Bang Bang. All right, Happy New Year. Thanks to Pinoy Adoy for that catchphrase submission. And Happy New Year indeed. Welcome to Comedy Bang Bang for 2019. First show of the new year. And look, a tradition was started several years ago. I couldn't even count how many years ago. And we had these two guests on, and we've had them on for the first show of every year since. Two of our old faves, and you know them by the names of Benny Schwab, Ben Schwartz, and of course Horatio Sanz. Welcome, guys.
Hey, Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to ya. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to ya. Happy Nagada.
Happy Nagada.
Happy Nagada.
Happy Nagada. Oh, rest in peace. 2018, of course, Nagada.
Ooh, how did 2018 die this year?
I mean, the Nagada sayer. Nagada.
Nagada.
The Nagada sayer.
I didn't know what you're
Passed
talking
away.
about. He did. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Definitely
Great
to
Simpsons
Nagada.
episode also. Great presidential one, but great Simpsons episode.
Mm-hmm. You're a Simpsons guy.
Yeah, Ben.
OJ, Homer, doesn't matter.
What's OJ?
OJ Simpsons?
Who's OJ Simpsons? Was he in The Simpsons?
Yeah, he was in the first year.
He was in the first year, then he brutally
that was
murdered
the-
his wife.
Oh, so then he got kicked off the show? Oh, see, that's why. I guess I zoomed through the first year.
Welcome to the show, guys.
Welcome to the show, everybody. How is everybody?
And welcome to our listeners. Welcome back from break. Today is the day that traditionally people go back to school, go back to work. Here we all are.
Wow. And everybody listened to that best of? Did that just happen?
Yeah, best of just happened.
What was number one?
Number one, of course, was our Christmas episode from 2017. And Horatio, your show, Edutainment Squad, came in very high on the list.
Hey,
How about Schwartz?
Ben,
Did Schwartz get any of them?
Better luck next time. No,
Oh,
you're in there with Tommy Middledee.
Oh, Tommy Moots.
You're in the top 10, of course. So congratulations to you guys, and let's get this one up there.
Happy New Year to ya. Happy New Year to ya. Happy New Year. Not gonna die.
Isn't that weird that George H.W. Bush said, not gonna die?
And then he died.
And then he died.
It's such a bummer.
So terrible. Rest in peace. Why are you covering your coffee cup like someone's gonna roofie you?
It's so hot, and Horatio keeps looking at it.
It's so hot, and you're trying to trap the heat into it?
Well, let me tell you something. When you're letting a tea do its thing, to put a cover on top makes it really shmoo.
What is its
what
thing?
do you mean?
Its thing right now is having a goddamn party. It doesn't want you to see it.
Okay.
Its little bags are playing with the water and being like, do you want
Benny Schwa, the elegant Mr. S, has
That's
a
me.
tea bag in a mug.
Yes.
And he's trying to make it sound cool.
Okay, and I'll talk about you. And
Okay.
Scott right now is just wearing a little mini skirt. He's drinking out of a thimble, but inside
That's
the thimble is absinthe. It is 10 a.m. in the morning.
I am it's not really a mini skirt. It's a costume from the 1800s.
Right.
I'm a steampunk now.
Yeah, but why? But tell me why.
2019 is about the steam.
19, about
Teen and steam, they don't
Yeah,
rhyme,
man.
but they
I love
almost do.
Raj. I love Raj so much.
Oh, that's me, Horatio Sanz.
Horatio
Sanz, ex-SNL. Although maybe future SNL, you could come back like Chris Parnell.
I can always come back, yeah.
You know what I
I can
mean?
always come back, yeah.
What if they just hired everyone back?
Would you
one
come
year?
back if they said we want you for 3 more years? Would
You
you,
guys
come
talking
back?
about 2001 reboot?
Would you come back if they're like, hey, we want you for 2 years? Would you come back?
No.
Oh, wow. Shit, that turned quick. That turned fucking quick.
I think you know what? I would love to see you on that show again. You're one of the funniest people of all time. And I would just love to see you just be on that show again. See you doing sketch. What are they called? Sketch comedy.
Sketch comedy. And what it is you get a premise and then you get a place and location. And Horatio goes, "Hey, it's me, Aaron Neville."
You
And
have
then
to say where you're at. You
Yep.
have to say things you like to say.
Yep.
You have to say them 3 times.
How many characters did you have in the tank that you never got to do?
Oh wow!
Oh,
Yeah.
that
Can you
didn't
break?
get to
Can you
do?
break out one of your faves that you didn't get to do for
Well,
us?
you know, it's funny because when you first start, they're like, we need to know your character so we can figure out who owns them.
Right.
So I
yeah,
had
they
to-
don't care care about like how are they going to do on the show?
Right.
Are they going to be funny? How best do we present these characters? They just want to know who owns them.
Wait, is that true? Like,
Yeah.
if you want to play the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, you mean?
No, you have to
like-
literally you have to write down the characters that you're going to debut on the show, right? So that they can own them.
Yes.
This happened on my show too.
Oh, wow.
I had to write down a whole list of like stuff that I
Do you
had.
own my character?
I own no. Anyone who came on Comedy Bang Bang, I worked out the deal where I was like, I can't do this show unless they own their own
They're
characters.
literally making them up.
But I had to anything that I did, I had to write down the previous like no, I own this all. Yeah, it's so
Dr.
crazy.
Diarrhea Pants is a character you own?
Yeah, I owned him, so they can never do a movie.
Oh, fuck, I'm in pre-production in that movie.
What?
It's
You stole
me.
my character?
It's me and Osama bin Laden playing Dr. Diarrhea Pants.
So, Horatio, you
were
wrote down
saying?
your characters?
So yeah, what you end up doing is you may end up making like 30, and then you're like, if something hits, I'll just be like, that was George Top Hat.
That's the guy. And I own that, and you can't make a movie.
So I own Carol. So if you guys want to do a Carol movie,
Carol.
Yeah.
What was Carol?
Let's do Carol. Do Carol real quick.
I'm Carol.
What did Carol do?
She was just she's a heavy, lusty, dirty woman who didn't care. She's just a filthy, terrible woman.
You've just
Carol
described
didn't
yourself other than the woman.
It's just me in drag, yeah. And I just do
I like
But-
that. Like Kathy.
Kathy from
The
From
comic
the
strip.
comic strips,
Kathy,
Kathy.
who says ack.
a dirty Kathy, yeah.
Dirty Kathy.
Was
yeah.
this something you did on stage a lot?
No, there
or-
was something that Seth wrote a sketch about wife swapping, and he just said, "Be an awful woman," and I was Colin.
He commanded you
Colin-
to be an awful woman.
He's like, "You're Colin's girlfriend or wife."
Who's
Farrell.
Colin? Colin Farrell.
Colin Firth.
Oh, Colin Farrell.
And so he just said, "Just be an awful woman," and then I just
Isn't that
did
weird? Like the people that you worked with, that you played Colin Farrell's wife. Isn't that weird? Like he's a huge movie star. You've
Yeah.
played his wife. Like you shared the screen with all these random disparate people. Have you ever seen them ever again?
Yeah, I saw Dylan McDermott at the phone store.
Oh, he's a nice dude.
Very nice dude.
Very
What was he
nice.
buying?
He
Was
plays
he
the
buying
cello, right?
He had
Phone
he
plan,
had a
or-
phone, and I was walking into Verizon. He's like, "Hey, how you doing, Horatio?"
Oh, is he
Is he
sure?
Rocky?
Are you sure it's not Rocky Balboa?
He's like, "Hey, check this phone out. It's new."
Or Ronnie Dangerfield now. You're not even close to it.
Check this out. It's a Motorola.
This gives me no respect.
Get a room. You guys got to get a warehouse.
I try to make a call. This bitch won't call me. That's not what he
No,
does.
but he did. He introduced me to the Motorola guy, and I got a free Motorola phone.
Is that true?
You and the free Motorola. By the way, you promised me a phone. How many years ago? 3 years ago.
I promised you a phone probably like 7 years ago. And I called.
Never got it.
I called the person. They never called me back. And I really did try to make because that would have been a nice
That's their
move.
business. They work in phones. They should be calling people back all the time.
This is the thing. If anybody wants to give something free to Scott, Horatio, or I, is there an
Yeah.
email they can? Let's
Seriously.
set up an email.
Let's set up any kind of email.
Let's
It
set
should
up
be
an email through
Benny,
Comedy Bang
Benny
Bang.
Schwa, Raj, and the Aukerman,
Yes.
the Podfather.
Good luck. Good luck.
At gmail.com.
Yeah, that'd be great. That entire email address. Let's get someone to set that up.
Get
And if
someone
you
to
wanna
set
give us
that up,
something
and then just
free-
anything free. We'll take anything.
Yeah, if we don't like it, we'll leave it at the office and we'll give it a Goodwill or something.
Yeah, or we'll throw it in the old circular
But like,
file.
I could use wireless headphones if you guys
Yeah,
have.
I could use anything. The stuff that I spend money on the most is food, probably.
Food. Yeah.
Would you
Do
say
you go out
food?
to eat a lot or no?
Food and rent, and like
Food and housing.
shelter. Yeah.
Yes, food
so
and
buy me
housing.
a house
Or
or food. Just buy me food every day.
have you guys done that one where they send you a bunch of food and you cook it?
Yeah, we do it all the time.
Blue
on
Box
the show.
Blues
yeah.
or something like that?
Yeah, I don't want to say specific brand names because.
But you have done that.
But we have done it. It's wonderful, wonderful stuff. In fact, I may advertise one of them a little later today.
Wow, I can't wait. That's why I listen to the
So
podcast
stay tuned.
for a real cool commercial.
I know you guys didn't ask, but I spend most of my money on various crates,
Oh, can you tell me what that means?
like Loot Crate,
Loot Crate,
Man
yeah.
Crate.
Sure.
Foot Crate is one that I've been using.
Foot crate. What is in foot crate?
You get one pair of fun sock.
One sock?
You
One
get,
pair
a pair
of
You get a
sock?
pair of sock.
Oh, that's fun.
And then you get foot creams.
Oh,
So it's
wow.
just you always get one pair of socks.
And I got a little stone to scrape off my
Bunions.
Yeah.
my bunions.
Your
Cool.
crabs.
You don't scrape off bunions. I
What
think
do
you
you
have to
do?
get that operated on.
You sure? I've been scraping them off like crazy.
Are those bunions?
Yeah. I take 2 pencils and I just keep stabbing them until they get out of the place. What are bunions? Raise your hand if you have a hemorrhoid right now.
I think a bunion is like a bone growth.
Is it
Oh.
really?
Oh yeah.
That'd
So-
be terrible.
So you'd have to hack it off. You have to go.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you? Rest in peace.
R.I.P. Hacksaw.
So Hacksaw, the people we lost. Oh my God.
God.
George H.W. Bush, Hacksaw.
Play a little sad music while we talk
let's talk about the people we lost last year.
Look,
the Oscars in Memoriam segment is coming up in a few short weeks.
Who's hosting the Oscars? Do we know yet?
We don't know. Well, as of this taping, we don't know.
So there's a chance one of us could be hosting the Oscars.
There is a chance. I would love to do that. Here's what I want to achieve in 2019.
Yo.
Okay, we had our New Year's resolutions. I want to host the Oscars this year in February.
Okay,
and I want during the Super Bowl halftime show. I want Comedy Bang Bang live podcast performance to be the Super Bowl halftime show, and that's in a few short weeks. I know, but I think it can happen.
Is it possible?
It's very possible.
Why don't you make your own halftime show and do it like a live or do a podcast?
No, I want the official baby.
Okay,
I want to be on the field. I want all those cheering people with the pre-made signs that are acting excited.
Freedom or something like that.
Well, CBB probably is. But yeah, those are the things I want to achieve. Do you guys have resolutions?
This is going to blow your mind. I was hoping that I could start a podcast and it be the halftime show of the Super Bowl.
Of this year? You got to start it.
Well, I don't know.
The halftime show's coming up in like 4 weeks.
What's a big dream? If we're really going to dream as big as we can, I wish that I could breathe through my nose better.
Yeah, you have. I mean, you got that.
I got a deviated septum.
You could get that operated.
I'm nervous. I'm too nervous. Have you done it?
Yeah, I did it.
And?
It cleared up.
See?
I used to sound like this, remember?
Oh, yeah. And now what do you sound like?
And then I sound like this.
Oh, yeah, I like this better.
You were one of the Muppets for a long time.
Yeah, who were you?
On accident.
Yeah,
they heard me talking on a subway, and they're like, come in and audition. This is before SNL.
Yeah.
Right. And they just got you in there, and then they stuck their fist up your ass.
Yeah, they stuck. Everyone stuck their hand up my ass, and they did a joke of like, "Let us manipulate your mouth."
Oh, that's a thing that I wish for. I wish that people come up to me and just stick a full hand up my ass.
Full hand. If you see Benny Schwa on the street,
don't even make this a bit. Don't even make this a bit. I'm worried. So
just
many
do
people
the Houdini to you. That's how Houdini died.
That's not the Houdini. The Houdini I heard is a different sexual thing.
No, the Houdini died by people. What I mean to say is he said in his performances, I can tighten my stomach to such an extent that you can punch me in the stomach and I can withstand it. And so he would have people coming up and hitting him in the stomach, but as part of his performance. Now, someone came up to him on the street, unbeknownst to him, and just like punched him in the stomach, like, hey, I'll get you here. He hadn't clenched his stomach or whatever, and he died from stomach injuries.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did. That's exactly how he died.
I heard he died different.
I'll tell you how I know that, because when I was in the 6th grade, we all had to do book reports, and my friend Doug would always lie on his book reports and write a whole book report about a book that he had never read. Okay. And the teacher would always ask him questions. And so he said, Doug, how did Houdini die? Because he had read a biography of Houdini. And he said, he drowned in one of his things. He's like, nope. Now, the best one was my friend Doug supposedly read Old Yeller, and the teacher read this whole book report, which obviously he hadn't read it. He goes, Doug, who is Old Yeller? And Doug said, the dad? That is how he died. How did you hear
I heard he died by putting a Q-tip too far in his ear.
Really?
All of these things seem like things that our parents told us when we were younger. Did you hear anything?
Yeah, he had this thing where I know he had the stomach thing.
Yeah.
But that's not what killed him. What killed him was he did a radio interview and said that he liked having people put their fingers up his ass.
Oh, that's probably what it was.
And then someone just did it on the street?
Yeah, a really tall guy, like, that guy, he had some kind of giganticism.
Josh the Gigantic.
And is this your pledge to the listeners that if someone were to come up to you and just tickle your anus,
I will tell you right now,
you won't get mad?
Nothing would make me more unhappy in the world. Literally, if a stranger came up and tickled my asshole, it would make me so unhappy. Please don't do that.
So Jason Mantzoukas has people coming up and saying, hey, Nong Man to him.
That's fine. That's words. People come up to me all the time and say Benny Schwa, or they start singing our songs.
But if they were to just give you a tiny little tickle of the anus. I don't like that we're
spending so much time on this. Now you're making it a thing. What's the worst thing someone could do if they... Well, give me the best and worst thing. The best thing that someone could do when they come and see Scott
I think
Aukerman.
Someone comes up to me and says, you know what, your work is so meaningful to me. It's gotten me through all the hard times. And the worst is, touching me anywhere, on any part of my body, from tip to taint. And even down below, on the feet.
I was
and
going to say,
everything.
let me touch them knees all day.
No, thank you,
You
baby.
sure? I'll touch those knees.
All day?
All day.
1, 2. Buckle my
D.
shoe.
3, 4. Give me some more. I'm talking 5, 6. Eating that dicks. I'm talking 7.
Don't be late.
I'm talking 9, 10.
Be my friend.
I'm
the
talking
way-
11, 12.
I'm an elf.
Aren't you happy we kept going with that?
Have you ever played an elf in a Christmas
Yes,
movie,
of
Horatio?
course he has.
Which one?
Oh, no, on his SNL you did.
By the way, the Christmas season just occurred, and the Christmas song that you co-wrote, I Wish It Were Christmas Today, is that what it is?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it was in a commercial for a while, and it's become a Christmas standard, much like Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. How does that make you feel?
It's funny you should say that because that's my favorite Christmas song, by the way.
Mariah Carey.
The one that you wrote?
Well, the one I wrote, and then I would say Judy Garland, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, and then Mariah Carey's.
Okay, so
Yeah.
those are the top 3.
That was the top 3.
And the Arthur theme is up there for me as well.
When you get up in the moon and New York City. What would Elton John sound like singing that?
Oh, thank you. Good.
Best that you can do, fall in
I
love.
love it.
Did Elton John ever see that, and did he ever reach out to you and tickle your anus?
T-U-R-A? Did he ever T-U-R-A?
They never tickled my anus. I was invited to go to his house.
You were?
I was invited
which
by-
house?
Well,
He must own several. Or else he owns one
you
big
know, it
giant
wasn't. It was Ozzy's wife, Sharon.
Sharon was born.
Who-
Sharon, remember that?
I did her show.
No one remembers that.
No,
okay,
is that from
great.
Rocky?
Interesting. I don't know. I don't even. Hey, Sharon.
No, that's Rocky.
Hey, Sharon.
Oh, that's a
Sharon-
sexy Rocky.
And Sharon asked me
Let's
to.
fuck.
Oh, Jesus, Rocky.
Sharon, how well do
You
you know?
should train, Rocky. What are you doing here? Why?
I want to fuck.
Yeah,
you
but
know
you
the
should
thing
train-
about
you're-
boxing?
Yeah, you're not
And you're not
supposed to have
to.
sex.
Oh, I thought it was the opposite.
No, you're supposed to be in the ring in 2 minutes. Put your
too
pants
late.
on.
Too late.
Well,
I
you were
just
fully
already.
hard right now, Rocky.
And 5 more
5
minutes.
minutes. 10 more minutes.
Is it 10?
Rocky. All right.
So how well do you know Sharon Osbourne?
I don't know her that well, but I did her show, and she invited me to go to her house
Okay.
to have dinner, and Elton John was going to be there.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
And I bailed.
Why?
Why would you bail?
Everybody you play
because
is
I'm
in the
pretty
same room.
awkward anyway, but just being with those people would be too much. I would like to meet them and say hello and goodbye, but I don't know if I would like to sit there and have dinner with them. So I didn't,
yeah.
and I never got any feedback from Elton John that he liked it. You know, for instance, when I did Ozzy, he would send me Christmas cards and
Oh, really?
and they sent me like cakes one year for Christmas.
Cakes?
So he
like
liked
multiple
it.
cakes?
Like a little gift basket with
Gift.
cakes.
Oh, got it.
Not like
he didn't
huge
send
wedding
like,
cakes.
like
Like
5
tiered
cheesecakes.
cheesecakes? So Ozzy Osbourne give you 5 tiered cheesecakes.
Horatio, take these cakes off my hands.
God, you are good at impressions.
fucking cakes. Yeah.
Rocky, come on.
Everybody comes down and thinking I'm going to get married. You know, they send me their wedding cakes.
So there are other people's wedding cakes, but
Yeah,
not
so
even
he
his?
sent me like 6 wedding cakes to SNL.
Unbelievable.
So he would send you nice little things.
So I knew that they liked
when
my
did that
impression.
end, by the way? When you were off SNL or when you stopped doing him? Or do they still to
I
this
bet
day?
they're still going to that place in New York. You just don't get them anymore.
Yeah, they're probably just going to SNL.
Yeah.
Okay.
But so I decided not to because he never. I don't get it was never a very like. It was kind of like he's a dick in my impression. So
Elton John was.
Elton John, yeah,
Right,
yeah.
yeah, okay. Yeah.
Right.
But I would imagine that someone like Elton John, he probably has a great sense of humor. He probably sees the humor in that.
Well, I can tell from just seeing him that he hates being fat. And so to have the fattest guy in SNL play him every
Oh,
week.
that's interesting. That's interesting.
When you say
You
fattest,
lost a ton of weight,
You
though.
lost a ton of weight, but when you say fattest guy on SNL, you mean of that current year, or do you mean of any year?
Of that current year.
Yeah,
that
you weren't
guy.
the fattest guy in SNL.
Yeah.
I think I was. I may have been close.
I don't think
Farley
so.
was I think like 320 or something. But
Right. Where did you top out
I was
in your SNL
about
years?
290 something.
So yeah, there you
You're
go.
good, dude.
I could have been there.
Yeah, well, you
I
lost
tried,
weight.
and then you told me to cut the shit.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Did you
We had
just
a
say
car
cut the
ride
shit?
home. I did. I looked him in the eyes and said,
Car
hey.
ride home after the show?
I said, hey, buddy, do me a favor, cut the shit. And he said, all right, man. And then he lost 125 pounds the next day
Wow.
because so many people touched his asshole and kept making him shit. So he just like,
Yeah.
do you do any impressions outside of an asshole being touched or no?
No, that's all. This is it. Just
Oh, that's good.
Horatio, I've told you many times, I believe, that I once went to an SNL back in 2001, in late 2001,
Wow.
and went to an after party, and you were there, and you were very nice.
Horatio was the first person of stature to be nice to me.
Really, the very first.
Yep, at McManus, he would be kind to me and didn't care that I was like an intern at UCB, and he'd be very nice. It was him, McBrayer, and Amy were very nice to me.
Those three, very nice.
But Horatio went far out of his way to make sure I
How
was
far?
there.
How far are we talking?
Like he would kiss me, like he would take me to the bathroom.
I'd kiss you on the top of your head when
Kiss
you
me on
said
top of my
something
head when I
funny.
said something funny. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
he would. Oh, but it's at the time when you're an intern. I was,
You were doing,
the
doing
garbage.
sound or
No, I was
stuff, or
literally
no?
doing the garbage and letting people into UCB so I can get
Right.
free classes. And then we would go to McManus after ASCAT, and he was there, and a lot of people would go. And then sometimes when a bunch of people would leave, it would just be like fewer people. And I'd be very nervous because it's Horatio and his SNL
Sure.
and he's so funny. And he would always give me time and talk about stuff and help me out. And he's the reason that I was able to freelance for Weekend Update. Horatio Sanz was.
The reason for the season. Amazing.
Yeah.
Horatio, you're one of the most generous, not only performers, but human beings in the world.
Which is why it's hard for us to say that you're dying.
That's what they say.
Sorry to say, but
You're dying,
You're
buddy.
going the way of
Yeah.
H.W. Bush in 2019.
Sorry, buddy.
God, you
That's
know what?
okay.
I gotta say, we've made people dying jokes on the show, and then they have died. So
Is that true?
Yeah, I don't want to
we'll
do
take
it.
it back.
I don't want to do it. We take it
Knock
back.
on wood.
Take
Everybody,
it back.
knock on wood, Scott, please.
Take it back.
Not in this day and age.
Nope, not in this
Can't
climate.
do it.
Can't do it.
Do you guys not believe on knocking on wood?
Yeah.
You don't want to knock
I
on
don't know
it.
what it is. What
Why
is
wouldn't
the
you do
knock?
it anyway, just in case?
I don't believe in it.
Then you're going to kill him.
Nope. Sorry, Horatio.
Jesus Christ, because you won't knock on this?
Yeah, I'm not going to knock on this.
Wow,
No.
Jesus Christ.
Does this come from
Thank you,
222?
I don't know. What's
222. What's
You're the only person that hasn't knocked, by the way. Say it again.
What's 222? What are you talking about?
That's the Jewish thing when you
Oh, no,
spit
sir.
3 times.
Sir, I've never heard of tui.
Poo poo poo.
Oh, they're like when you go to the side and say something 3 times?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
What? I've never heard of it.
It's like knocking on wood.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a superstition thing?
something
Like you
that.
say, you're gonna die.
You're right,
eating
you're
that.
right, you're
Oh
right.
God forbid. 222.
I forget what it is. That is a thing, though.
Oh, is that like
Yeah.
a spitting over your shoulder thing? Where it's
Yeah.
like patooey, something like that?
Yeah.
Well, guys, we need to take a break. How's that sound? Because we have a very exciting guest coming up. I'm not quite sure
Oh,
who
my
it is.
goodness. I can't wait.
Yeah, so we're going to come right back and we'll talk to that aforementioned guest as well as Benny and Horatio will be here. First episode of the new year. And by the way, I need to hype this. Coming up at the end of the show, we'll have a brand new closing of the Plug Bags theme.
What the?
And this time it will
This
be
time
about
it's going to be
closing.
about closing.
It will be
definitely.
about closing. We've
All
gotten
right.
your notes. We've
so
gotten your
just to hype
comments.
that's coming up towards the end of the show. We're finally going to
Okay,
retire that old
baby.
one that bugged the shit out of everyone. All right, we'll be right back with more Comedy Bang Bang after this. Hey everyone, Scotty Ox here. Have you heard the good news? No, not that good news. This good news. True TV's highly anticipated and completely unapologetic comedy series, I'm Sorry, from creator and writer Andrea Savage is back for season 2. And this season, I'm in a few episodes. I'm in 3 episodes, I believe. Hailed by critics as brazenly funny and razor sharp, the series follows seemingly confident and together comedy writer, wife and mom Andrea, who comically exposes her inner immaturity and neuroses as life throws situations no one could have prepared her for which no one could have prepared her. This season, Andrea lands herself in new cringeworthy scenarios as she questions her theoretical market value as a sex worker, learns the downsides to having a child that can read, and discovers that comedy bits can sometimes go too far. Oh, that's one I'm in, yes. Through it all, she's joined by her husband, Mike, their inquisitive daughter, Amelia, and her divorced parents. Joining the cast in guest starring roles for the second season are Adam Scott, Bro, Lennon Parham, June Diane Raphael, myself, and more. Returning guest stars include Zooks, Jason Mantzoukas, Gary Anthony Williams, Allison Tolman, Eugene Cordero, Paul Scheer, and Steve Zissis. The second season of I'm Sorry premieres on Wednesday, January 9th at 10 p.m. on True TV. I'll be watching. Will you? Happy New Year, Frosty. No, it is the new year. And you know what that means, resolutions. And I'm not talking about the resolution on your computer screen. I'm talking about these promises that we make to ourselves that we say we're going to do all year. I have one of my own. I'm not going to tell you what it is because that's private. But Here's what happens. You usually make these, and how long do you stick with them? 3 days? 2 days? No days? That's for a lot of us. But do you want a New Year's resolution that you can actually keep? Well, here's an easy one. Save time and money this year by using Stamps.com. Of course! Stamps.com brings you all of the amazing services of the U.S. Postal Service right to your computer where your resolution is. See? So you can print official U.S. postage for any letter, any package, any class of mail, and you can send this anywhere you want, except maybe outer space. They probably don't do it there, but anywhere on Earth that you want. All you got to do is print out all this on your computer, and then the mail carrier, the federal employee, is forced to pick it up from you. That's their job. They have to, or they get fired. No more lugging mail to the post office. No more hassles. And better yet, with Stamps.com, you get discounted postage rates you can't even get at the post office. Have you ever gone to the post office and been like, hey, give me a discount? I'm doing Brian Regan somehow. Hey, give me a discount. Give me a discount. I'm trying to lock into my brain. Hold on. Give me a discount. Give me a discount. No, they're not going to give you a discount at the post office. With Stamps.com, though, you get discounted rates. Not to mention, it's a fraction of the cost of those expensive postage meters if you have them. And there's no equipment to lease, no long-term commitments. We use Stamps.com over here at Earwolf. We've been using it since the dawn of time. And right now, you too can enjoy the Stamps.com service with a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus postage and a digital scale. So start the new year off right. Go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, type in Bang Bang. That is Stamps.com. Enter Bang Bang. I'll see you never at the post office. Comedy Bang Bang, we're back here with Benny Schwa, the elegant Mr. S of House of Pies fame.
It's over. That television show's over. I just did a new pilot for Showtime.
Okay, great. And Horatio...
I mean, not even... All right, yeah. I mean, you hate my television shows. Okay, yeah. And where did Horatio go?
Horatio left. He just finished laughing and then
he left. Where did he go?
Yeah, he just...
On one of those bird scooters.
Yeah, crazy.
I hate those things. They're all over the place.
But we have to get to our next game. We can't wait for Horatio to come back, unfortunately.
And this is a big or.
Yep.
You and I just fucking high five the remainder of the show.
That would not. I mean, that would probably not be.
Let me finish.
Okay.
With our butt cheeks. You separate.
That's very low for a high five.
That's true, but we can jump. You separate, then let go at the same time, and hope that we slap.
Is the theory to get like your butt cheek, like to go boom, even odd. So your butt cheek, my butt cheek.
Let's try.
Your
Take
butt
off
cheek,
your pants. Take off your pants.
Okay, my pants are already off. But
right, you're wearing a skirt. Okay, and my pants are off. Okay.
All right, here we go.
Oh, it's cold in here, right?
It's very. All right, here we go.
Is getting smaller. Okay,
ready?
ready?
Jump up on 3, 2, 1. Mine clapped just once. Yours are continuing. How do you do that?
Jesus, I don't know, man. I'm tired.
You're like a flamenco dancer in your butt. All right, we do need to get to our next guest.
And it's a brand new guest, you said.
I've never seen this person. I've never talked to this person unless I've seen them maybe out and about and maybe in a store or something.
But you're not quite certain if you name
Look, I don't want to say for certain that I've never seen this person because I don't know where they're from. I may have been at a Ross Dress for Less and casually glanced at this person.
True.
But his name is Johnny Solis. Welcome to the show. Hello, Johnny.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, Johnny.
Hello, Johnny.
This is very
Remember
nice.
that? Here's Johnny.
Oh, here's Johnny. I know
That's
that
what
one.
it is, yeah.
Johnny, I'm Ben. That's Scott.
Ben, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And Sky, very nice to meet you.
Cool.
So nice to meet you, Johnny.
As well. Tambien means as well. And where are you from, Johnny? You sound great.
I'm from Cuba.
You sound great.
Cuba.
I'm from Cuba originally, but recently I come to the United States. I play baseball.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you're for the major leagues, minor leagues?
I do it for the New York Mets.
You're a bass player for a bass, not a bass player for the Mets.
You play the bass for the Mets? For their song, Here Come the Mets?
Last year we barely made it to the playoff. Didn't even make it to the playoff, and I felt so bad.
I don't know, actually.
And I just signed off year. Just 2 weeks ago, I signed a new contract.
With the Mets?
For the Mets. I'm going to be there for 7 years.
Oh, wow.
7-year contract.
Huge contract for baseball.
$123 million con incentive and everything else.
That's crazy. I've never even heard of you.
That's huge.
Well, if you're
what
going
position
to hear
do you play?
I'm a closing pitcher.
Wow.
I started
Closing pitcher.
You're a closer.
So I close the game. I can do middle release sometime, but my best thing is I go.
You go and just close it up
close
and
the
just
game.
seal the deal.
The Mariano
Yeah.
Rivera of the Mets.
Okay, congratulations. 7 years for how much money?
120
Wow.
3 million.
That's gotta be so much, and I don't mean to be
It
rude.
is, I don't, I just like to play ball. I like to give it 100%. I
Yeah.
like to be lit 100 for the people.
It's like $17.5 million a year.
It's a ton.
And that's how much they pay me, man. But I do good things for the people, and I like the game.
Well, what do you do? That's a good question, because probably in Cuba, and tell me if I'm wrong, you probably didn't have nearly that much money, right?
Oh, no way. In Cuba, you know what they say, like in Cuba, you don't go to police go to you.
No, I didn't know that.
I didn't know. I
Of
mean,
course we
yeah,
didn't
I
know
guess
that.
I would imagine that.
Yeah.
Well, that also in America, I mean, how many times have you ever been
Yeah,
to the
you
police
don't go to
department?
police. Police would come to you.
Like
yeah.
maybe 3 times a year I'll go to the police
Yeah, but
department.
that's like holidays. and
Yeah,
like
just to say,
Arbor
like, you guys
Day,
are doing a good
birthday.
job, yeah.
In Cuba, you don't go Christmas shopping. The Christmas shopping go to you.
Tell me what that means.
It's just
So that-
different.
if someone
It's just
would deliver
different.
a tree
what
to
I'm
you,
saying
or-
is that it's different than here.
It's different.
So wait, a
So
lot
I
of
grew up
stuff
very
gets
poor.
a lot of stuff gets delivered to you.
I
It's
feel
just a
like,
way how we say in Cuba, how we say things are different.
Oh yeah, it sounds like
You
it. So
know.
I feel like you're setting me up. So I'm gonna bite. How poor were you?
This is how poor was I?
Yeah, you said in Cuba I was very poor. How
You don't go wait in line for cheese. Cheese wait in line to say hello to you.
Okay, I'm worried now that
You know what
you're
I'm
doing
saying?
Yakov Smirnoff.
Also, cheese is
Jacob-
waiting in line to say.
Wait.
There's a big line just to say hello to you.
What does that mean?
It's a saying.
But
You know,
I
what
know
does
it's
it
a
mean?
saying, are you all right? What's going on?
Are you having a heart attack? You just
You're either having a heart attack or you're.
you're eating cheese, but I guess it'd be waiting for you.
Yakov Smirnoff is a cultural icon, hero.
Oh, he
In
is a
Cuba.
big
In
thing for
Cuba?
you.
Yeah, many Russian. We name our children after many Russian heroes.
Oh wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, my son Yakov is 2 months.
Oh, you do. So those were Yakov Smirnoff jokes,
And
but
wait,
they
you-
were
It's a cultural joke.
And your son is 2 months old, and you just named him Yakov Smirnoff.
2 months.
2 months old. Wow.
Yeah, and I just want to say,
Congratulations
I tell
on
the
being a new
people
father.
of America, I tell the people of New York that I'm going to do my best, and I go to, and I really, it means so much to me that you allow me to pitch for you and represent you.
Very cool.
And if I don't do it, I feel terrible.
If you don't pitch, you feel
If I
terrible.
don't pitch well, I feel terrible.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're getting paid a lot of money. There's a lot of pressure on you, but with that money comes the pressure, and great athletes are the ones who can rise above.
That's
and
true.
Because you don't let down your manager only. Your manager and your friend
Comes to you.
and you don't go to your manager and say, "Hey, put me in." The manager go to you. And
That's
you say,
true.
"Hey, I'll
Well,
put
that's
you
true.
in."
That's
That's how we
A
do
lot
it in
happens.
baseball.
No, that's-
in baseball, you do it that way. You
That's
don't go, "Hey, let
exactly
me
how it's
onto the
done.
field that I
I
play
mean,
for you."
sometimes
No.
some people say like, "Hey, put me in" or whatever.
Yeah, but rarely.
They made a whole song about it. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today.
Oh, is that what that's about?
Yeah, that's
I thought
yeah,
that was a
center.
sex
Well, it was
thing.
a center fielder, but
I was almost certain that was a sex thing.
yeah. Well, it's an analogy.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
call anytime I see a woman, I call their vagina a coach.
Yeah, put me in, coach. I'm
Right.
ready to play
Yeah.
center field.
Yeah.
You don't like try to bang around the sides.
No, I feel like it doesn't work as well for
Yeah.
my partner
Okay.
or whoever. You know what I mean?
So you do you ever when you're out there pitching? You don't throw the baseball; the baseball's thrown to you. Is that what happens?
That's how it started. You know, I don't make a baseball in front of the people and say, "Hey, look, I made this baseball. How I throw it." The baseball comes from
from the
umpire or from the catcher. From the catcher.
and
catcher,
ostensibly
yeah.
from the sporting goods company that makes it.
I mean, if you want to get technical, yeah.
But then you throw it,
Rawlings.
right? Then you throw
Then
it,
I throw it.
but then
Yeah.
it comes back.
But
then
it
the
comes
catcher-
back to me.
Have you ever thrown the ball and it hasn't come back to you?
One time.
Yeah, when you win the game, it doesn't go back to
One
you.
time.
Oh, nice.
Little Fuji's.
Yeah. Fuji
One
la
time.
la.
So yeah.
Do you want to tell that story,
Oh, it
or do
looks
you
like
just
you're
want to
tearing
end
up
it
a little
one
bit.
time?
what the story about the one time I threw the ball?
Yeah.
And it didn't come back to you. Where'd it go?
No one knows.
You just threw it and disappeared?
Does it go into like some sort of
What happened is it went-
dimensional warp?
It went through. It was thrown so fast. I went through the baseball glove. It went through
Oh no!
the catcher.
It went through the catcher?
So wait, he was holding his glove in front of him. Goes through the glove, through the catcher's chest, face.
Miguel Reyes, who's catching at the time, it goes through his glove, through his hand, through his chest,
Oh no!
out his back,
Through the umpire?
through the umpire's
How have
nuts.
I never heard of you?
hits.
This is insane.
It goes through the umpire's testicle.
No.
Right?
Yes, and the
How?
ball.
Umpire.
That's a real
And then there's a
ouchie.
woman
Oh, no.
serving nacho.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
In section 105.
Oh.
And the ball goes through the umpire's nuts into her vagina from the backside.
No. From the back.
No.
So through her
From the back. So
asshole.
she was bent over to put nachos down, and the baseball goes right in her asshole.
And so maybe it's there.
That's
It's
an
not-
occupational hazard.
That's what we
though.
thought. We said, let's get the ball from the asshole and start the game.
And
But it
Wait, the
wasn't in
game
the
hasn't
asshole.
started yet.
this was
Why-
before you
why
were
are
just
you
warming
throwing
up.
it so hard?
You're a closer. Why are you warming up so early in the
You gotta
game?
warm up fast when you're closer, baby.
Yeah,
You gotta
true.
get in there right away.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta
This sounds
intimidate.
like
You gotta intimidate.
shouldn't be out on the field before the game throwing a ball that hard.
You
into-
shouldn't be anywhere near anybody eating nachos.
I didn't warn nobody. I just threw as fast as I could.
Okay, well.
And
Is that your thing? Your
and
thing
so
is
then
just
it
fast?
goes into this woman's pussy, ¿cómo se dice? Vagina.
You said
You
that's
said
right.
it
It goes into
perfectly.
the
That's perfect,
vagina,
I see.
and he got a pregnancy
Oh, no.
with the umpire.
Is that Mr. Met? Mr. Met is...
And that's how they say Mr. Mel was born.
That you threw a ball right
The legend
to
of
her
Mr.
asshole
Met.
pussy?
That's how it went.
Johnny Solis threw a ball so hard it
¿Cómo
went
se
through an
dice,
umpire's
vagina?
nuts
And right into the vagina.
Oh, my
into the
God.
vagina of a woman serving nachos.
I watch a lot of sports.
And then she got pregnancy, and
9
then
months
she
later,
had
Mr. Met was born.
Met.
This is
Yeah.
incredible.
That's and so technically you're the
I'm
father.
a baby daddy.
well, I
Yeah.
mean, not
I'm a
really.
baby
Not
daddy.
really. You're like the doctor who inseminates someone.
Yeah, that's right.
You know.
Scott.
I'm like a
Very
crazy
good.
doctor who uses his own sperms
No,
to
well.
inseminate his patients.
Does that happen?
And then
That's you hear
there-
about it more than you'd
No,
like to
come on.
admit.
Does that really
Yeah,
happen?
it happens.
That
It
happens all the time because
Ew.
the doctor is like, I'm too lazy. I don't want to buy any. I don't want to have guys coming here
Yeah.
and jerk off.
So this Mr. Met is the fused
I
DNA
hate
from
that.
the umpire, a nacho woman, and a baseball itself. It's just a combination of all
Because
these.
the baseball is leather, it is like a sheepskin condom.
Yeah, so basically holds on to all that cum.
It
and
holds
just
on
puts
to
it-
everything.
Wow.
Incredible.
Wow,
So
man.
how do you feel? Are you proud that Mr. Met is?
I mean, when I see him, I say hello to him. I say, hey, what's up? But we don't have that son-father relationship.
Yeah,
yeah, I'm
Cats in the Cradle,
Silver spoon,
Little Boy Blue,
man on the moon.
When You Coming Home, Son?
Baby, don't
Know when?
don't know when we'll get together.
We'll get together then. Yeah,
You
Do
know
ever
we'll have a good time. Then.
Well, you know we'll have a good time then. All right, nice to see you.
Good to see you, Johnny.
Yes, we'll have a good time.
No, Johnny, you can stick around, right?
Yeah, I'd like to just say thank you and just to talk about my contract and everything because I
Yeah.
hate it when I go up there and I blow the lead, man.
How many times does that happen to you? I
It's,
mean,
last, I'm making a lot of money, so it happened like 3-4 times last year. And
Yeah,
Well, can I be honest? It seems technically you don't blow the lead. The lead blows you.
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Benny Schwartz.
course.
Do you, in
This
your,
is true. I mean, the player they have to bat also and do
yeah, in
things.
your league, do you have to bat or do you have a?
I don't usually have to bat
You don't
unless
have to
it's
bat.
the World
you're in the
Series or
NL.
something. And
Yeah, and you're traveling yeah.
National League.
And
yeah.
Have
Oh,
you
wait,
ever
you would have to bet, wouldn't you?
have you ever played in a World Series?
No, unfortunately, I haven't.
So you've never bat?
No, I never hit ever.
Oh, wow.
Well, I used to when in Cuba when we first started.
You would have to bat there. Yeah,
You have to bat.
I went to Cuba recently. I went to Cuba like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
We filmed something there. Where are you from? I went to Havana. Are you from around there?
Havana.
You just named the most popular.
Well,
city.
that's where we were.
Havana, sí, muy
I was in
lindo.
Havana. Have you ever heard of it?
Have you ever heard of Havana?
Yes, I had.
Oh, cool. You
Yeah,
have.
that's where I grew
That's
up.
where
there.
I was.
I grew up in
Oh,
the
you grew
streets
up
of
there?
Havana. Oh yeah,
It was crazy. It was great.
I know. Old
Weather was
cars,
tough. Old cars, very old
A
cars.
lot of old
Many
cars.
prostitutes.
A lot of oh, we
Yeah.
didn't see that. Were there a lot of prostitutes?
Yeah, my father was a prostitute.
Oh, what did he
Really?
do?
What do you do? He
Yeah.
fucked, socked, anything.
For money for your family?
Oh yeah, yeah. Everybody gets a little bit of money, to live and have a job, and then you have to make more money. You have to
Tourism.
do extra
Tourism.
things.
You got to take advantage of the tourists.
Yeah.
amazing.
So well, that's nice for
So
your
my
father,
father-
though. He was taking care. He was a sex worker. He was taking care of business. That's
He
great.
was until his insides fell out of his asshole because
Oh, he was
dear.
receiving.
he's receiving all the time. Yeah.
That's all right. I mean, so It just, prolapsed.
Eventually, his asshole prolapsed.
Well, that's too bad. I'm
That's
so
a
sorry.
bummer. Were
What
you
a
there
sad
for it?
story.
Were you there for when it prolapsed? Or no, that would be very traumatizing.
He must have perished, right?
He did die. He did die after that. Yeah,
Did you
I was
see him?
there.
Yeah.
It was his
Sorry,
birthday.
dude.
It was his
Oh,
birthday.
no.
Wait, you were there while it happened on his
Yeah,
birthday?
he went to take a shit, and when he came back, he's like he was dragging his insides.
Okay,
like,
I don't know.
What did you do? Did you try to throw him back in real quick, or that's why I became a pitcher?
yeah, I said stand on your head and we stuff it back in.
Yeah, and then what
Okay,
happened?
I don't
And
know.
he's like, I'm sick, man. Don't fuck around.
This is a terrible story. I feel
did you
bad.
get it back
This
in
is
your
head, man, was stuff their
traumatizing.
insides
Did you
back.
get it back in or
It was
no?
everything, man. It was a lung, a heart, a liver, a kidney.
He like shit out his own
God,
mind.
this is
That's
horrible.
like in cartoons.
How old-
That's in cartoons.
How old of a man or a boy were you?
Me, I was 16. But
16. This is too. I mean,
Wow,
this is
that's
what a terrible
traumatizing.
situation.
Traumatizing.
Well,
Yeah.
no wonder that you have such a odd point of view with your life.
But now we
You've-
come, you come now and you come to America and you start over. And
Yeah,
it's
you have
true.
to say,
It's
hey,
too bad that your father didn't get to see you sign
that's
this
such a bummer.
giant contract.
Yeah. Anything
What
else?
did your mother do?
Hey, what did your mom do
Oh, my mother worked for the government
Oh, the government.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
in Cuba?
in Cuba.
Did she
yeah.
go to the
She was,
government, or did the government come to her?
when in later years she worked from home? So yes, the government did go
okay,
to her.
yeah.
Okay, so this
Yeah.
Yakov stuff makes sense a lot.
What did she do? Did she work for
She worked for a labor department.
labor department?
Labor
Okay.
department.
Yeah.
Oh
And
wow.
would help everyone, get job and placement.
Except for your father.
Except my father, because he told her right away when she got the job, "You can't help me. Fuck you."
Wow.
And she
Sounds
she was
like these two
"I
didn't like
can't
each other."
Help you.
I
Well,
literally
because
work for the Department of Labor. I can help you.
A lot of times, how you get paired with somebody is when you go to a doctor. Whoever's in the lobby, you get paired.
Is that
and
how
that's it.
people get married in
That's how you
Cuba?
get
I had
married.
no idea.
Yeah,
I didn't
so
know
they
that.
didn't like each other too much.
So they just got
They had to
paired
get
up.
married because of the government.
Yeah.
They said you have to have babies and you have to, work for the government.
Right. But
Wow.
you know what? You wouldn't be here if not for that.
That's true.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
true. I mean, I don't hate them. I don't hate my country.
I mean, the fruit of their loins now has a $123 million contract with the Mets and is the ersatz father of Mr. Met.
And also, the fruit of your father's loins are all over the floor in which he shit himself out.
Yeah, true.
in Cuba, yeah.
But by the way, if those things didn't happen, you wouldn't be as strong as you are today.
Yeah, I mean, if you put like that spray that they spray on bodies to see,
Axe body spray?
no, not Axe body spray, but
What are you talking about?
the stuff you spray
luminol?
at a crime scene, luminol.
Luminol, okay.
What does luminol do? I don't know.
Luminol
that.
is the
If
stuff
you
that makes like
fingerprint show.
no, but it's like bodily fluids. It'll
Oh, it
show up in
shows.
black light. Yeah.
Towards the end of my father's life, his body was like a lava. It's coming
Oh,
out.
if it was so purple and red and all those
and
things.
so if you put luminol in his house,
Just
Everywhere,
everything is just
everywhere.
everywhere. He's just
I mean,
constantly
it looks like a Star Wars movie.
spew-
It looks like a
Oh,
Star
it
Wars
looks like
because
a
there's
Star
so much
Wars.
neon.
That's fun. So like that little part where the words
It's a
come up,
big
the
part.
crawl. Yeah,
It's
like
a big
episode
fight,
6.
big fight with lightsabers and blood and
But
like
you have
neon.
to spray luminol to see it.
Yeah, that's fun.
And
That must be fun for a little kid.
Yeah, it was fun. It was very much fun, but now he dead.
I'm happy I met you, man.
I am really
I'm
happy.
so happy to meet you guys
I know-
because now I got to be part of America.
Yeah, I know you have to go, but I'm so happy that I met you. We need to take a break.
Oh, do they sing in Cuba when you play? Like for us, we do "Take Me Out" for a seventh inning
for a
stretch.
seventh inning
Is
stretch.
there a song in Cuba that you guys sing for the
Yeah,
stretch or a
yeah.
break?
Voy a ir al baño.
You need the
¿Quién
bathroom?
me quiere ver?
I want to go.
¿Quién quiere ir conmigo?
Will
to
you
give
come with
me
me?
a blowjob.
Okay, no.
Wait,
no.
wait. You want to come with me to give you a blowjob?
Yes, blowjob.
Okay,
That's
look,
what the stretch is.
we need
That's
to
from the
take a break.
the 17th. That's
No.
when you go to the 17th. It's time for blowjob.
We need to take a break. When we come back, unfortunately, Johnny, you have to go. You were
play
saying,
2.
Let's play 2.
but we have a different guest coming up, I believe.
Are you serious?
I'm very. This is
We really have
incredible.
another guest?
What a packed show we have. We'll be, and
God.
hopefully Horatio will come back at a certain point. We'll be right back with more comedy
I don't
bang
know
bang
what
after
to
this.
expect.
Happy New Year! That's right, it's 2019, a brand new year, a fresh start. How about you make listening to Homophilia one of your New Year's resolutions? Homophilia, what is it? Okay. It's a great podcast, a queer comedy party where hosts Dave Holmes and Matt McConkey, two bros of mine, grill LGBTQ celebrities on what they're loving and whom they are loving. That's right. They have in-depth, hilarious conversations about everything from their pop culture obsessions, several of which I share. Dave Holmes, you've heard him on Are You Talking REM Remy and Comedy Bang Bang, of course. We have very similar music tastes. And also they talk about their guests' personal experiences. They had insanely amazing guests and convos this last year, like Jesse Tyler Ferguson telling us his story about shoplifting gay porn. Matt Rogers of Las Culturistas talking about losing his virginity to the manager of a clam bar. Rhea Butcher breaking down gender fluidity. Karamo Brown from Queer Eye talking about marriage and then proposing to his boyfriend weeks later. Sex and love advice guru Dan Savage breaking down being monogamish. This is a great show. I really enjoy it. Check out Homophilia Now on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Comedy Bang Bang, we're back here with Benny Schwa, the elegant Mr. S.
I can't
Ben
believe we
Schwartz.
got to talk to Johnny for that long.
Johnny
That's amazing.
Solis, I've never heard of him, but one of the highest paid baseball players that I've
Probably the richest
encountered.
person you've ever had in this room.
Definitely. I mean, we had Ben Stiller on the show.
Oh, wow.
Very briefly back in the first year.
So that Johnny guy probably beats Ben.
I think so, probably. But
million.
and Horatio
Well, maybe
still
not.
hasn't come back. I don't know where the fuck he went.
He told me he had to take care of some things. I don't know what that meant.
I do. Hopefully he'll be back by the time we sing the song, though. But before we get to the end of the show, we certainly have one more guest here.
We certainly
to talk
have one
to.
more
We
guest?
certainly do. And this is exciting because I don't quite know what he does, but his name is Chris Greslick. Hello, Chris.
Hello, Scott Aukerman.
And Ben
Hello,
Schwartz.
Benny.
Hey, Chris.
Hello, Ben.
Oh, great voice. How are you, Chris?
Ben, your hair looks beautiful.
Oh, thanks, man. How are you?
Like the leaves on top of great oaks.
Wow.
Whoa, that's very poetic.
Can I guess what you are?
What your occupation is?
Yeah.
Or- okay. Yeah, guess.
Not ethnicity. Your ethnicity is so all over the place. I can't quite put it
Yeah,
down.
it's a real just combo platter.
Yeah, it's a real combo platter. I would say that just
Yes,
off of that,
that's my race.
that you're. I can't.
I don't want
can't.
to.
I don't
I don't
want
want
a
this to be
mistake.
part of Comedy Bang Bang in 2019.
Guess the race.
Guess the race of the guests. Okay, we're.
Seems like not the right climate for that type
No,
of
it's
game.
a fun, lighthearted show. We're not going to be sitting around guessing the race.
Okay,
of
I
guests.
would say that
Although
you're-
if I had to,
A poet?
Scott Aukerman, your legs are long
Oh, good.
and thin, like the riverbed that feeds the people.
Okay, I would say you're a poet, and maybe you have some sort of Native American background.
Bingo.
Oh, is that true?
That's right.
Oh, cool, man.
I'm a Chippewa Indian.
You're a
oh my
Chippewa
gosh, do you
Indian.
run a Chippewa Indian bingo casino as well? Because you were very quick to say bingo. Which is not a lot of people say that.
Yeah,
these
especially
days.
like after.
If we're guessing what
Our
each
people
other
were
do.
murdered. Our
Oh,
people
okay.
were desecrated.
Scott, no
Our
more
way of
joking
life
So sorry.
no more joking around,
was
Scott.
tossed asunder.
Oh God.
I'm so
And
sorry.
now I have to hear gambling joke.
It's not
Sorry,
not
no.
a joke as much as we were
Scott,
guessing.
lay off,
I'm so
Scott,
sorry.
lay
I'm so
off.
sorry to be insensitive.
I'm sorry, buddy. That's terrible. We didn't know.
it was purely a guess of what you did. So you are a poet, though?
I'm more of a storyteller.
Oh,
very
okay.
cool.
That's similar to a lot of comedians when they find they can't really like make it in those clubs. They turn into storytellers.
Yeah. You get yourself on a table and a glass
That's right.
of water. And,
I get
Yeah.
a table. I write a few notes on a pad.
yeah.
And I go through interesting characters.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
And
you do
sometimes I'll
character work?
play. Sometimes I'll play myself, and then I'll play. Hello,
Oh, okay.
Who's this?
I'm the lady at the diner.
This somes like a one-person
Take
show.
off your headdress.
This sounds like a
I am not
one-person
wearing
show.
a headdress.
Oh, you do both.
What? Why would the lady at the diner be mistaken about you wearing a headdress?
Does your hair look
It's
weird?
it's a part of our identity.
How long is your show?
It's at 30 minutes right now. We're
So-
trying to get it up to 45.
Trying to expand it a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
What do you
long.
hope? What do you
Maybe
hope to do?
Invite some industry professionals,
Oh, is that why
much
you're
like
here?
yourselves,
Okay.
would come check it out
Where do you perform this?
Oh, yeah.
at Gangland Improv.
Oh, cool. Where's
Cool.
that? What's Gang? I've never heard of it before.
Yeah,
It's
I've
on
never-
56th and Broadway.
Oh,
Broadry.
I don't know those streets either.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. What state? What city? I don't
us
know
a-
where.
It's very far south in California.
okay.
Almost in Mexico.
Oh,
But still
wow.
considered part of LA.
California. Or are you sure?
Still, so wait, on the LA border before it gets to.
Mexico?
Yeah, there's one road that takes you about 2 hours south.
How long's it?
And,
Can you give me directions?
Sure I can. You take Sunset to the 101.
I mean, from New York.
Oh, from New York. Easy. 95. Are you in Midtown?
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely in Midtown.
Lincoln Tunnel.
Lincoln Tunnel. Okay.
Take the Lincoln
At
Tunnel
this time
down.
of day, especially.
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
That takes us to Jersey. Now what do we do?
Then you take 95 all the way down through Chicago.
Okay.
Then
got
you
it.
get on 80.
Okay. Switch over to the 80 in Chicago.
Take on 80 in Chicago. Take it all the way through to the Rockies. The great, beautiful Rockies.
Oh, good. You get a little storytelling into this. Okay, so we're at the Rockies now. We're trying to get down to this exact street.
When I got to the foothills
Oh, okay.
of the Rockies, I was so tired that I thought a man standing was an old miner.
Oh.
And when I got closer, it was a cat.
This
So wait,
is-
you drove down the 80 to the Rockies. You were very tired.
At the Rockies, I picked up a cat that I thought was a miner because of my dementia.
Oh, you have not mentioned your dementia.
Oh, so you have dementia.
And so then this story is about me and the cat and our love.
Do you, in the middle of your stories, then just tell what the story's about rather than telling the story? You just kind of bail
I don't
on
want to
it?
waste too much time and just get into the story. I just tell you the specifics.
Okay, great.
30 minutes, though. You don't have much time to do stuff like that.
Yeah, you really, if you wanted to expand your show, and it sounds like you do, get into
I do.
specifics.
Should I get into the specifics?
Yeah, probably.
Yes, of
Well, we're
course.
on the 80 and we're in the foothills of
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Take us
the
there.
Rockies,
Try to get us
certainly.
back to California, yeah.
and I pick up a cat who I think is a miner.
Right.
Right.
Not
yeah, we've
Fort
cut,
Minor.
this is all
We did this part.
well-trod ground.
Do you remember Fort Minor? Do you get that joke or no? Fort
No.
Minor was a band by one of the members of Linkin Park, I believe.
Yeah.
Is that right?
That's
They
correct,
had
right?
one, so yeah, they had one single, as I recall.
What's it called?
Ding, 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 ding. You know that one?
No, that sounds like the theme.
Hey, yeah.
I am glad that you
No.
truly are an American Indian because that
Because
would be
that'd be
offensive.
so offensive.
That'd be offensive. So I'm truly glad
Thank
that.
goodness you are
and
Native
there-
American.
And there is no way to prove that you are not because
There
this
is
is an
not.
audio medium.
That is true. And let me say, there's nothing derogatory about an Indian singing.
Of course not. I wouldn't say that either. But if it was like someone else doing
It was
that,
someone
would be a
of
little
some
fucked up.
other.
You know what I mean? But thank God.
It also depends. If it is another minority, then less
It's on the.
offensive.
It's close.
I mean,
Even if he's kind of a minority.
It's like Fred Armisen playing Obama. It's like, really, where do we stand on that? I don't really
Thank
know.
God. Well, we don't have to even think about it now because
we don't
thank
because
God you are 100%.
obviously you are 100% Chippewa.
Chippewa and
and
Native
so
American
and there's
Indian.
no way to disprove that at all. So this is.
But the audience knows now that they shouldn't unless they are.
yes, this is on the level though and totally above board.
Yeah.
If you see an Indian,
Oh, is this your Jeff Foxworthy stuff? Let me hear it.
if you see an Indian, do not remind him how little buffalo are left in the country. Let me see what else I got here.
Wait, that's it?
Just stand up.
That sounds. I mean, look, I gotta
Just
say
doing-
that sounds like a setup. Sounds like it maybe needs a punchline.
Oh, we used to play a game like that.
Oh yeah. Guess the punchline.
Set him up, punch him down.
Why don't we play that a little bit? What? Oh no, you know what it was
I would love
called.
your help, gentlemen.
You know what it was
sure.
called it was called Riddle Me This.
Oh, yeah,
it's
Riddle
time
Me
for a
This.
little something that we call
Riddle Me
This.
Riddler.
Oh, this is a good song.
Riddler.
That was a good song. That's a good song. That's a really good song.
All right, it's time to play Riddle Me
I can't believe
This.
there's music to it.
Yeah, we had a theme song and everything. We haven't played this in several years, but how do we play? We
Didn't I invent this with you?
yes, and then you've alternately denied ever inventing it and then embracing that you've denied it. So I'm glad that you're finally back on board that you and I did this
You
for
just
the
looked
first
at
time
me like
together.
I should have invented it.
Yeah. All right. So this is how we play. Is one of us
The
says
fact that he had that ready is insane to me. That's unbelievable that you found that.
one of the engineer Cody Sam over there. Well, one of us comes up with a.
It's called search.
Jesus. Okay, sir.
All right.
Sorry, Chris.
Jeez, Chris.
Sorry for the zinger, Ben.
It's fine. That's not a
But
joke.
these are skills that you're going to want to use in this game.
Good.
So
We're gonna set 'em up.
We're going to set them up. We each come up with what sounds like the setup to a riddle, but is not one. And then we each will then go around trying to say what we think the punchline to the riddle is, and then we vote on who had the better punchline.
Okay, so it's like the setup to a joke, and then the joke, and then
Right.
do we vote? That seems unlike us.
And and you can't vote for yourself.
Okay.
But that would always, since there's only 3 of us, that would mean that we're always going to get the same amount of votes. The other person, the person who said the setup, also votes.
Yes.
That's right. That's how it is. Okay.
can't
Then you
believe we
want to start us off?
Sure, I'll give you the beginning.
All right. Here's the beginning.
Okay, so
here's the setup.
Chris, just because I know you just came here, so we're gonna do a setup, and then you give me the punchline. Okay. And the setup shouldn't be hard. You shouldn't try to fake it out.
No.
Okay. Oh my goodness. I woke up.
Do it as a riddle, like what do you call it when, or something like that.
What do you call it when a very rich guy slips in mud? What do you call it when a very rich guy slips in mud?
Okay, this
You
is
only
interesting.
have 10 seconds to think of
All
something.
right, and we're going over here to Chris. We go clockwise
Chris.
always. So Chris,
10, you're on the clock.
what do you call it when a very rich guy slips in mud?
Clock starts now.
Slippery cell.
Can you tell me why, buddy?
Wait, what is slippery
Can you tell me
cell?
why?
Hold on. What does slippery cell mean?
Yeah, is that a...
I said slippery cell.
Yeah.
Sail?
Sal.
Oh, so the guy's name is Sal.
Yeah.
Sal.
Okay.
He's just a gentleman named Sal.
Okay.
Slippery cell.
Okay. Scott, you have 10 seconds on the
I'm
clock.
going to say you call a guy who's filthy rich.
That's amazing.
All right. So now we vote.
Sorry. Okay.
Now we vote.
Okay.
You vote on one.
I'm gonna vote for Scott because that made sense. And you said
Okay,
slippery
Chris,
Sal, Chris.
you
Oh,
have-
now I know they have to make sense.
You have
you
to
didn't know
Now
that?
I know they have to make sense.
Well, you have to vote for me, and I have to
I'll
vote for you.
I'll vote
so
for you,
I
Scott.
win that round. Okay.
So basically, whoever sets it up gets to
He
decide.
gets to vote.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So now, Chris, you do the setup of a. You do a
But
setup
now,
to a
okay.
joke.
But now for next turn, this won't be this one. When you have to guess, you know it has to make sense.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
So now it's your turn to do a setup.
I need palm oil to make fry bread.
You need palm oil to make fry
also, I have to
bread?
say that the setups have to make sense as well. Maybe you're not getting
What
the.
is fry bread?
Hold on. What do you make fry bread with?
No, what is fry bread?
You're just doing recipes now. You're soliciting recipes.
Fry bread. Fry bread is a dough bread that we make.
Okay.
We fry it.
Try to do it like, have you ever heard
Like
a
a
riddle?
setup,
Like,
like,
what's
yeah.
what's black and white and red
you-
all over, or like what do you get when you
What do you
cross,
get when you do this and this?
Something like
Have you
that.
heard Domino is making fry bread? What's he using?
What?
You just want
What's
recipes
he
for
using?
fry bread.
Do you just want to know how to make fry bread?
You should. We don't even know what fry bread is. You're the one
this
who
is
should
not
be.
the audience. You should be answering yourself.
Can you use almond water when you make...
Okay, Scott,
I
do you
don't
have
know.
a setup? Do you have a setup? And then we'll come. You'll do the setup last.
Yeah, you'll do the setup last.
But
Okay.
again, it's supposed to make sense, and someone we all know. It's supposed to be easy.
yeah.
I hear you.
Okay.
Good. You hear me now? Verizon.
What do you?
Copyright Thomas Middleditch.
What do you get when? Or no? Did you hear about when the ostrich went out in the snowstorm?
Did you hear about
when the ostrich went out in the snowstorm? Ben, you have 10 seconds starting right about now-ish, maybe right about now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We'll take normal 10 seconds, please. I'll take my 10.
10, 9,
Ostrich.
8,
Snow.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Did you hear about the ostrich
When he went out into the snowstorm.
went out to the snowstorm? I hope you did, because he couldn't. His head was underneath the ground.
Very good. Very
Okay,
good.
now, see how it kind
Now,
of made sense a little bit?
Chris,
Not as funny, but you know
No,
what? It
it-
made a little bit of sense because ostrich kind of put their heads on the ground so they wouldn't
Yeah.
have heard the snowstorm.
Chris, what do you got? Did you hear about when the ostrich went out in the snowstorm?
10 seconds.
It slowed them down. Made it easier for us to hunt.
Okay.
We ate them. Not the best, but not bad.
Ostriches are kind of good, though. They're like a very low fat.
He's not done, Scott. He's
piece
not
of.
done.
Oh, I'm
so sorry.
No,
He's
no,
not done.
that's.
That
was it. That was it.
I was gonna just say ostrich is not bad.
I had a guest here once. I believe it was Groucho Marx's son who would
Oh,
end
wow.
every joke.
I've met him before.
by saying what did he say to end every joke?
Oh, I'm a big fan. Coco Marx.
Coco Marx. Yeah. How would he?
The end.
The end. That's what it was.
The
One of my
end.
favorites.
Yeah, very, very.
I've
fun.
met him a couple times.
Yeah, man. I wish he was on the show.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
That would have been so fun.
I love Coco
Too
Marx.
late.
Look, it's really a toss-up at this point, but I'm going to go for Ben.
Thanks, man. So
All
this,
right.
this
So,
will be the
me too,
time.
Right
Ben.
now, you and I are tied,
So
and
it's
Chris,
all about this. Chris, you have to
you've
give us
already lost.
a good setup.
You've already lost.
Something that we don't
but
know.
You choose who's the winner.
And can I be honest with you? And I don't mean to sway you. Try your best not to have it. It can't have anything to do with fry bread.
Please don't make it.
Okay,
anything.
any setup, you just can't say the words fry or bread. Okay, take your time though.
I met a comic in New York who told me to use everything.
Oh yeah, you can use everything.
He said, like Buffalo, use all parts of yourself.
Oh, that's pretty
Okay,
good.
Who is
Okay.
this? Who is this comic
Colin
in New
Quinn.
York?
Colin Quinn.
Okay.
Good.
Use the race, he said.
Okay. Well, okay.
Okay, so I
setup.
set up a joke?
Yeah,
Yes,
your
and then
setup.
we're gonna go, and then you vote, and then
Yeah.
we're probably gonna sing a song.
What pie
Okay.
do you make out of a human being?
Oh, see, that's real.
Okay.
What pie do you make out of human being?
Okay. Now it goes to me, and I have 10 seconds. So
Okay.
start the clock at a certain point. What pie do you make out of a human being? What pie do you make out of a human being? Well, are you ever going to start the clock? Or
No.
okay, now,
Very smart.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I have one, but it's not great.
3 being pie.
Oh, that's almost what I was gonna do.
What do you got?
I was gonna say human bean pie.
Okay.
Oh, you love that one.
He
Oh,
loves
you
it.
love that one.
All right, Chris, it's all up to you. You choose
You
the
said
winner.
three.
Three bean pie.
Oh, I said
Three
human bean pie.
Yeah, so it's very similar, but you choose the winner.
Well, 3 beans closest. 3 bean win.
Closest to what?
The real answer? Was there a real answer?
there a real
What's the
answer?
real answer?
Custer pie.
You mean like Custer?
Like General
Custer? Are you
Yes.
talking about a specific human being?
General Custer pie.
Oh, that would have been funny.
You guys like that one?
Yeah,
Okay,
that was good.
I guess it's good.
Maybe second act opener.
Maybe.
I guess so.
Custer pie.
Should my one-man show have 2 acts?
Maybe. I mean,
Right now,
how
you only
long?
have
you only have 30 minutes.
30 minutes. But look,
I
I
don't have
won.
any acts.
I finally won. That's
You
how
did
we play
won.
Riddle Me This.
Good W.
Riddler.
Oh, this is a good song.
Riddler.
Who's singing the Riddler
That's a
part?
good song. That's a good song. That's a really good song.
I believe we did this during the Thrilling Adventure.
Thrilling adventure.
Well, look,
episode.
Chris, you are an authentic Native American, and that's fantastic. But I know you have to go.
Yep.
Really fun. Good to see you, though.
It's great to see you. It's really good to see you. Thank you so much for judging this, and good luck with your act.
All right. Try not to kill me before Thanksgiving.
No, that's
You have
That's how I
11,
say that.
11 months to go.
that's what you're gonna say. That's the last thing you're gonna say when you leave.
Don't kill me.
Okay, bye, Chris.
Bye, Chris. It was a nice guy.
Where's
Just-
Horatio? Where's Horatio? He's
know.
got to come back
Said he
at
had
some
to do some
point.
stuff.
Guys.
Hey, Raj.
What's up? How has the show been?
What's
I'm
wrong
so
with
sorry.
your neck? What are you
It's been
doing?
good.
Oh, I locked myself in the bathroom.
Oh.
It's good. We had 2 very authentic people of different races.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Good. You would. I think you would have dug him.
It's 2018.
19
Well,
at this
19,
point. Yeah,
just
first
turned
Monday of
19.
2019. So
let's-
finally time for
Yeah,
that.
Comedy Bang Bang is getting
It's finally
with it.
finally
Yeah.
getting woke and having
Yeah.
some authentic people
How many
of
times have
color.
you said the word woke in that?
That
context?
might be the first of all time.
I was gonna say
it might be the last too.
I don't think I've ever said that word in that context.
No,
before.
neither have I. But I think we're going to start.
Oh wow.
Speaking of starting, guys, we're just about at the end of the show, but you know
Whoa.
what that means. We only have one final feature, and that's a little something called plugs.
It might be movies, it might be shows, it might be books or tours or podcasts, man, who knows? You've got
The plug bag is now open. What do you guys got to plug here? Benny, what are you plugging? You always have multiple irons in the fire.
Listen, one of the things I want to plug is my irons. I'm making these irons and I'm trying to pop in the fire.
Yeah.
So we have the city's coming out in January.
Yeah, of course.
We have Middleditch and Schwartz. Me and Thomas Middleditch, who does this show, are doing shows at Carnegie Hall, which is insane. And then we're doing the Chicago. I gotta wait. Horatio's getting a phone call.
Why keep your phone on loud, let alone on?
Wait, this is good music for this. Then we have a show in Chicago at the Chicago
Wait,
Theater.
you say you're doing Carnegie Hall, but you're doing like a smaller theater within Carnegie Hall?
No, we're doing the big theater.
You're doing the big one?
And we're sold out. We have just a little bit more to go.
You're doing the Carnegie Hall
We're going
Prime.
Perlman stage. Yeah, we're doing
How many
2,800 seats.
Okay, congratulations.
And then we're doing the Chicago
Well, who is
Theater,
calling you?
which is
I have no idea.
pick it up. Put it on my speakerphone. Speaker.
Hello? Hello?
Number you have dialed is not in service.
You
How is
were
that possible?
dialing?
I didn't dial.
You
You
got a
dialed.
phone call.
You were dialing?
No.
You called somebody?
No, I didn't call anybody. That was an incoming call. You guys heard it.
Yeah, we heard it. It's
a
just
weird
you
thing.
calling yourself.
You son of a bitch.
I wasn't calling.
God damn it. Carnegie Hall.
Carnegie Hall.
Carnegie Hall.
Our own
March
little
22nd.
Benny Schwartz is doing a show with Thomas Middleditch.
Yes, Carnegie Hall. I can't believe I forget. I think it's March.
I think
March.
it's in February.
Fuck, did I say the wrong date? I just posted about
Just
it. like an idiot.
bring it up. Just bring up your calendar. Say the
February
right
20,
date.
February 26th, Carnegie Hall, and then April 6th, we're doing the Chicago Theater, which is like a
that's a
huge,
huge-
beautiful theater, and that'll be the largest venue we've ever done. That's like 3,400.
That's crazy. And you still using those mics I suggested you buy?
We have these countryman mic, but then we're also doing Toronto. We're doing Austin, Seattle, Atlanta,
You said
Toronto,
tech, almost like you were about to say Texas.
Chicago, New York.
Texas?
Yes. No, Austin is in Texas.
Okay.
And then we're going to do it a little bit less, only once a month or something like that, if we can.
Okay.
But come to those if you can.
Come to
please.
those. Go see it. Two of the funniest guys ever out there doing improv, make-em-ups.
Middleditch and Schwartz.
Middleditch and Schwartz.
MiddleditchandSchwartz.com is where you can get all the tickets. And the
All right.
Carnegie ones might be sold out by now, but the Chicago ones, there's no way we're sold out. There's so many seats.
And Horatio, anything you plug is going to be a letdown after that. I mean, what do you got? He's
Well, I thought he was
playing
gonna-
Carnegie Hall here.
I thought he was going to talk about Showtime. I was going to say Showtime Brothers right here.
Oh, okay. I just did a pilot for Showtime.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
there
he
you
did
go.
a pilot, but your show actually is on the air, right?
My show's on the air in a couple days.
Who's in your show? Tell
January
people who's in your
20th.
show.
Couple days by 13, yeah.
Donald Cheadle.
Donald Cheadle. Don Cheadle's in it.
Yeah. Our buddy Pablo Shears.
Pablo
Paul
Shear's in
Scheer.
it. Our buddy Eugene Cordero's in it.
Our buddy Eugene
Great
Cordero.
people in there.
Just
What's this show called?
Kurt Boneholer.
Kurt Brownholer.
Nice.
What's it called?
It's called Black Monday.
Black Monday. People,
Yeah.
and it's on Sundays, though?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, that's
Maybe,
weird.
I don't know.
That's like calling Saturday Night Live, like Tuesday afternoon.
Well, no, I think they're talking about Black Monday was like the stock market crash, probably, right?
Oh,
Yeah, that's what it
okay.
is. Yeah,
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
And what's your show?
Are you finally understanding what your show title means?
Just now.
Oh,
Just now.
wow. On my show...
I thought it was because Don Cheadle's black.
No.
And you only shoot on Mondays.
Yeah.
And Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg directed the pilot of that and produced it, your show. You have a very
They
good
do.
You
show.
seem
do.
surprised
They
by
do.
every piece of information about this
I'm
show.
very excited for your show.
Well, thank you. I didn't see them because I didn't do the pilot.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, you're a late add-on.
Yeah.
Like Spade on Just Shoot Me. Like, we need to pump this up.
I need to get
Make
right
it
show now to
funnier.
make
Yeah.
it great.
Yeah.
Okay.
My one is a remake of The Wrong Man's, and it's me and Jillian Bell, who's very, very funny.
Great people. Great
And
people.
everybody who originated the show has helped out. So James Corden, Matthew Baton, Jim Fieldsmith.
We'll
directed.
see if it gets on the air, but at this point, we don't know.
By the way, right now, I would know. So I've worked
So
so many years on this that I don't know. Right? I mean, we're recording this a
but
little late.
by the time,
By the time
this comes out,
I
we'll
will
know.
either know that 3 years of my life was hard work.
On the
or
day
did not
this
work?
episode comes out, let us all know on Twitter. Just give a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
Oh, no.
That's all we need to know.
Oh, no.
We promote it.
But we're in the
I think
middle
it's
of Horatio's plug here. So this is called Black Monday, and it comes out
Yes.
on Sunday the 20th. Is that right?
I believe so, yes.
Sunday the 20th, and this is every week on Showtime.
Every week, me and you could see Ben first, then me. Our
His show is not
are
on.
so picked up
No,
and on.
his show.
Oh, no, mine isn't picked up
It
yet.
can't
We
be
just did
on.
the pilot. It would
won't-
be on by then, no.
If it's so good, they can't just say, let's put it on tonight. in front
Well,
of
we would have
Black
to film
Monday.
the rest of the episodes, you know what I mean?
No, you don't have to. Put the pilot on the first week and then just get to work.
Oh, okay. I'll ask.
All right. Is that everything you have to plug? That's great.
pretty much
New
it.
show.
Thank
That's
you.
congratulations.
He's
to
always
you.
on a show. Horatio's doing
I love
great.
it. He's
you
a
were just on
working
Great
actor.
News for a while, which is on Netflix also that you could see.
Yeah. We have, let's see, I want to plug, I'm going to be hosting the Oscars in a few weeks, about a month, and then I'm also going to be doing this is crazy, but Comedy Bang Bang, we're going to be doing a live podcast in the Super Bowl halftime show.
Are you serious?
So, yeah, I just got the word on both of those things while we were recording, so thank you.
Can I take a picture with you?
Horatio's just holding up something. All right. We've done this several years in a row. We have to sing a new closing up the plug bag theme. Now,
Yes.
let me talk about what's happened.
Please.
We're gonna be playing this all year, so it's got to be good.
great.
Okay. Sometimes I gotta say, you've really saddled me with some stink bombs.
Really?
Here, and we have to play it all year. So I really want
that's
it to
such a
be
bummer.
good. And here's the other
Wait,
part of the equation.
what are we trying to do? Replace the old song?
We're replacing the old song
Every year.
Okay, every year. And here's the other part of the equation. It's supposed to be a closing up the plug bag theme, and for the
knew you
last
were gonna
couple
bring
of
that up.
years, you guys have accidentally sang open
Opening.
up. You've sang a song to open it up, and we're stuck with a song about opening the plug bag
and
theme.
that's our fault.
We've been knuckleheads.
We've been
That's
knuckleheads,
been you,
but we
so-
learned. Horatio and I beforehand literally had a meeting like, we cannot disappoint him
Thank you.
anymore.
And you guys did a meeting about this. Did you workshop any material?
We have
or-
we worked a couple weeks on this.
Okay,
yeah.
great. So I
And we
want to
made
hear
sure it has to do with closing. the
Definitely
plug.
about closing up the plug bag. Okay, good. So, and we have to play this all year, so it's got to be catchy. It's got to be fun. It's got to be short. Can't be that long.
That's
all
from
right.
Schwartz, you said?
It's got to be short and Schwartz.
Okay.
All right. So, you guys ready to get into this? And I'll join in with whatever I can, claps and harmonies, whatever I can. So, Benny, you gonna start us off with
I'll
this?
start you guys off if you want. If that's what you want, I could do
I mean,
that.
you guys workshop it. so-
Yeah, I'll start it off. and
You're
then
the most
Horatio-
musical of us, Ben. So you start.
That's not true. I've seen you play guitar. I've seen you sing before, but I'm going to start off, and you obviously, we do what we've been talking about.
Okay, here we go. The new closing up the plug bag theme. Here we go.
Close your eyes and open up that bag. Close your eyes and
Open up that bag.
you gotta get those eyes closed.
Get them.
Open the bag.
Get them.
Don't be closing, don't be closing. Open them up and let's get loaded.
Let's get loaded. Open up the bag.
Open up the
Let's get loaded up in the bag.
Open up that motherfucking bag.
Okay. All right. Few minor complaints.
Do you have notes?
I have a couple of things.
Okay.
When I said short, I guess I meant shorter than the songs usually are, not shorter than, Stairway to Heaven. And I gotta say that some of those lyrics sounded like you pivoted into opening up the bag rather than closing up the bag.
That's what we were gonna not do.
Oh, what was the song about closing the bag or closing?
It should be about closing the bag, and I feel like you sort of made a 180 in the middle of it and started talking about opening up the bag again.
I remember close. I remember saying close at the beginning.
You did say close, but then it was about close your eyes and open up the bag. Yeah. Well, you know what? We're stuck with it.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. So we're going to be hearing that all year.
That's
Maybe someone
terrible.
will remix it.
I hope someone will remix
Add
it.
a little something to it. Add some instrumentation.
That's what really makes them sing, is what you told me.
Yeah, and the tempo got very fast at the end.
Because you got to get people excited.
Yeah, excited.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Guys, I want to thank you. This is a yearly tradition, and it means the world to me that you guys come back and do this. I hope you have a wonderful 2019. Ben, always good to see you. you. Please
to see you.
come back and do a bolo at some point.
I would love to.
We'll have to do this.
Great.
If you ever have anything coming out, we can plug it.
Okay, that sounds good with a bolo.
Yeah, with a bolo. Okay, and Horatio, good luck with the show. You're not in the pilot, obviously, but
I think I am. I think they may have shot.
You were shoehorned you
yeah,
into.
they may have shoehorned me in. Like,
so anytime
I'm at a desk going like, "Are you serious?"
Anytime you see him on the pilot, just imagine him months later.
Exactly. Yeah.
I can't
Just
wait. I'm very
sleeping
excited.
while they
The
filmed it.
trailer is awesome. The trailer for that show is awesome.
I don't watch trailers. I don't like to know anything
wow.
about a show. I
No
barely
spoiler.
want to know that you're in it or the title.
Yeah, I don't like people knowing actually, but I figured, we're Showtime brothers now.
By the way, I love Showtime. I hope I see you. I love Showtime. They've been so nice to me.
We'll see you at the upfronts.
See you up fronts, guys.
Okay, we'll see you at the upfronts. All right, have a good 2019. We'll see you at the upfronts. We'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening, and remember, True TV's highly anticipated and completely unapologetic comedy series, I'm Sorry, from creator and writer Andrea Savage, is back for season 2. That's right, I'm Sorry follows seemingly confident comedy writer, wife, and mom Andrea, and this season Andrea lands herself in new cringeworthy scenarios as she questions her theoretical market value as a sex worker and discovers that comedy bits can sometimes go too far. The second season of I'm Sorry premieres on Wednesday, January 9th at 10 p.m. on True TV.
Hi, I'm Paul F. Tompkins. My podcast, Spontaneous Nation, is wrapping up at episode 200, and that final show will drop on Monday, January 21st. We'll have one of our favorite guests in for an interview and an extra-long improv set featuring an expanded lineup of Spontaneous Nation All-Stars. Whether you've been a fan from day one or you've never even heard the show before, I hope you'll listen to this very special episode. Happy New Year!